Starting a day. No? Close.
What if I play your brother? I don't know. Number two, yeah, I feel like it's gold, but yeah, number two. Oh, okay. He's in the game. Oh, okay. Hey, there's a long one. The drums are back. Number two. No, we're out of the league. We're all great. Oh, yeah, but our dog Steve has been wrong. We have 3 teams. Oh, yeah. So it's really hard, so we're not cheering. We're just here.
Yeah, no connection with Eyebrow.
Yeah, cheering. But they look like we all think so. Yeah, so yeah, we don't all agree. No, she didn't. No, she should be. She's working in the kitchen right now. Better off, right? No, our daughter lives in that. Okay. There you go. No, because she lives here. She's working in the kitchen with the parents there. The parents. Yeah, very good. I don't get the other. I was like, you know what? We're a small family. No, what's it? We're playing for one of them. Yeah. Alright. Is the same guy that was here before? Are you the same person that was here before? No. No, I'm not engaged to us. The other day, it was open. It wasn't perfect. Oh. I thought he was over there. They take turns. Oh, okay. He got talking to me and then he looked at me and
Back on the scoreboard. Good. Good. All right, so welcome back. Game 3 action here. Sections being played down here in Avonlea. This is Game 3 for the Rebels on the day. Their last round robin game. They're facing off against Eyebrow, which is a new team Believe the Rebels have clinched first already. They're going to be tied with Craik, but they did beat Craik. They won't be tied with Craik if they win this game, but if they, in a scenario where they lose against Eyebrow, they still take the first place in tiebreaker format in round robin, which means they'll get a bye and advance to the final, which is scheduled for 5 p.m. depending on how the schedule works out. Right now, we're right on schedule. This game was scheduled to start at 2:30. As you can see, that's pretty much right on time. Set one here. Looks like we're going to see Clay, Drew, Owen, Dax, Brody, and Ezra to get things started here in the first set. Referee validating the lineup cards here real quick, and we'll be underway. Some approving nods from the sideline. Eyebrow will start with serve. Rebels on serve receive here. Looks like we're going to have in that back row Clay, Owen, Drew, Dax from left to right. First serve is short, under the net. That'll bring up number 3, Brody Kleckner, back to serve. Nice high serve. Well placed between a couple defenders. Another good serve. Goes over on 2. Clay takes first set. Ezra's up. He's going to set that one deep. It is recovered almost. A couple tough passes there on the Eyebrow side of the court. Another good serve. This one goes over in 2. Back row sets that up. Dax sends it in 2. Eyebrow's going to send it back in 3 at the left side attack. Drew now setting up middle. Ezra dumps that one shallow with a set. It's close to the net. He's up. Going to be point for the Rebels with some good net presence there from number 16, Ezra Bean. And Brody heads back for serve number 4. That one trails out of bounds on the near side court here. Eyebrow will take over on serve. Number 7, team captain, back at the line. They send it in 2. Rebels now go on middle. Owen's up. Gives that a swing. Comes back in 1. Tight to the net. Rebels unable to make a play on that, so Eyebrow gets the point, 5-2. Underhand serve is going back to the court. Couple high passes here. This comes over in 2, though. Drew chases that one down, bumps it over, finds a nice spot on the court. 6-2, and Dax now back to serve. Serve is in. Some confusion, maybe miscommunication here on the red side of the court. Rebels now 7-2. Another good serve. First pass is up, second touch. Not enough. Some good serving here so far. First pass finds itself in the back side of the court. Eyebrow unable to get that one pushed up to the net. 9-2 here. Rebels off to a pretty decent start on the back of some great serving. Eyebrow here is going to send this over in 3, but the swing just doesn't have enough behind it, so it lands up short of the net. Double digits for the Rebels, 10-2, up by 8. New touch. Booming serve. Set from the back row. Clayton's going to bump that one over, and Eyebrow sends it back in 1. And no one's there to cover, so 10-4. Rebels up by 6. It's a good serve. Passes into the net. Eyebrow unable to recover on that one. Another good serve. Eyebrow had a couple reasonable passes there, but that third one not able to go. Great serving so far. This is going to be a free ball back to the Rebels. (13-5). Eyebrow now back to serve. Rebels have on serve receive here. Owen Drew Daxling Ezra, but that one sails out of bounds. Cruising along now, number 13, Owen Urban back to serve. Serve is short. Good serve set from the front row. Pass back to Ezra. He's going to set this one. Finds an uncontended gap on the court. And number 11, Clay Templeton now back to serve. Has definitely had a handful of good serve streaks so far today, of which I just jinxed. Comes up a little short. My fault. Serve is good. Front row set. Goes back to Ezra. He's going to dump this one to a tough spot. Comes back. Nope, doesn't quite make it over. Ezra was there to cover any potential tip over the net. And Brody now back to serve. Got a full cycle here on serving. Serve is good. Set over the left side. They set that over in 3. Going to be a double touch here on the Rebels. 16-8. Serve is good. Drew chases that down, and Dax sets it over on 3. Eyebrow now out of the backcourt. Gets that over. Finds a tough spot. Makes it work for a point. Rebels up by 7 now. Eyebrow back to serve. Eyebrow Falcons. That's what they're called. Nice set over on 3 there. This Eyebrow team sets it back, but it's out of bounds near the ref stand. Which brings Ezra back up to the line here on his second round of serving so far in this set. Serve is good. That goes out the back of the court. Rebels secure the point. Doubled up now, 18-9. Another good serve. It's going to come back in 2. Brody takes the first pass. Drew chases that down. Bumps it over in 2. Comes back in 1, but we're going to get a net violation call here on the Falcons. So play stops and point goes to the Rebels. And Ezra now back to serve again here, closing in on point number 20. Good serve. It's up and into the roof. Another good serve. First pass is a little low. Falcons unable to get a second quality pass on that. So 21-9 now. Rebels leading by 12 here in set one. A couple quick exchanges there, back and forth in one. Now they're setting up an attack here out of middle. Owens up and a big hit. Goes long out of bounds. Eyebrow back row gets out of the way and takes the points. No. Brody gets first pass into the net, though. Drew tries to get that one scraped off, but just a little too tight to make that work. 21-11 now. Rebels up by 10, looking for 4 more points to take this fourth set. And there's one of them. Serve is low into the net. Dax now back at the line, looking for 3 more points to close out this first set against Eyebrow. Nice high serve. The pass goes out of bounds. Serve is in. Pass is long. Clay's at the net, ready to cover that, but doesn't make it over. Oh, they're going to call a reach over. Good serve. Lands at the feet of the back row. Another good one. Trickles just over the net. 23-14. Nice pass there from Ezra, going middle. Owens up, big hit. And that is passed out of bounds near the Eyebrow bench. 24-14, Rebels up by 10, need 1 more point, and it looks like it's going to be Drew Dayton heading back to the line. Looking to close this one out. Serve is in and on the ground. That's going to do it for set one. 25-14 is the final score. As the Rebels off to a good start here against Eyebrow Falcons. Both teams here are going to switch sides, and we're going to do that again here on a second set. Imagine we might see some changes in the lineup card here for set 2. This will be the last match we play before playoffs. Rebels already secured first place in round robin here, so they're going to get a bye right into the final, which is scheduled for 5 p.m. Contending for the gold medal here at sections in Avonlea to advance to districts. Districts are scheduled to be played in this region. So if Rebels can win in that final, I believe that means districts are going to be played on home court territory in Rouleau. semifinal matchup, I believe, is going to be Avonlea versus Crake. When those two teams met earlier today, Crake won in 2 sets, but it was real close. The second set went to 28 or 29 points. It was really close back and forth right at the end. So hard to predict who the Rebels might end up facing in the final, but certainly either Avonlea or Crake. And I'm sure the squad will be prepared for whatever outcome might come their way. We're getting the first glance at our set 2 lineup. I'm seeing Cash and Ryder, Donovan, Francois, Brody, and Lennon. We'll be checking onto the court here. Looking to close this one out in 2 sets and avoid pushing it to a third. Thoughts on set 1? I know, Maddie would talk. I think Lennon probably would too. Right. All right, we are close to getting set 2 rolling. Rebels will have serve. It's going to be Mr. Ryder Wall back to get set 2 rolling for the Rebels. Starting in the front row here, we have Donovan, Francois, and Brody. Team running a 6-2, I believe, which means we should have Lennon and Brody setting. And we are off. First serve is good. Deflects out of bounds near the ref stand. Rebels taking the first point here of set 2. Another good serve. This one comes back, but it's way out of bounds. Serve is on the line. It's inbounds. Close call, tough one. As long as it catches any part of that line, it's in. That one's going to go a little bit short on serve number 4, so that'll turn things over to the Falcons. Back on serve receive here, we have deep Lennon, Cash, Ryder. This one's going deep to Lennon. Bumps it up nice and high. Francois takes a second touch. Brody tries to set that one over, but it ends up a little bit short into the tape. That one's going to Donovan. Nice high set. Again, Francois taking the second one. Brody's going to bump this one over. Eyebrow now looking to set it back in 3, but comes up a little shy at the net. Number 3, Brody back to serve. Back at it. Serve is good. Middle of the court, comes back and 1. Ryder sets that over to Brody. Lennon hits that out of the right side. It's going to be point for the Rebels. 5-2. Serve comes back and 1. Francois takes that second touch. Brody down, gets it over, comes back and one. Rebels reset, and now it's going to be bumped over left side. Donovan's up, big hit. Out of bounds is the high up into the rafters. Francois back to serve. It's going to be short into the nets. So back to the Falcons. Serve comes in short. Cash gets one quick touch on that, but it's into the net. It's short. Lennon takes first touch, goes back over to Lennon. He sets that over to the Falcons. They're going to set up an attack here on the left side. They're up, they're swinging. Lennon grabs first touch over to Brody. Middle now. Cash sets that one over. Pass is high, avoids the rafters. Another high pass comes over in three. Francois over to Brody. Back door to Lennon. The set just a little too far out of reach there to convert over the net without hitting that antenna. Out of bounds. 6-6 now, tie game. Here comes the serve. It's going to be short. Rebels back to serve now. 1 point lead. Donovan Tremblay. It's a good serve. Comes back and one, but it's way long out of bounds. Rebels able to call that one out. Another good serve. Passes high. Falcons able to get 2 touches on that, but no more. Serve goes long out of bounds. Falcons take the point here. 2 points game. Rebels up by 2. Another shallow serve. It's into the net, and get a second pass off that net, but third one doesn't go over. 1 point game. 8-9. First pass is out of bounds. In unrecoverable territory, we're back to tie game, 9 apiece. Good pass there from Francois. Lennon tips that over on 2 because it's tight to the net. And that works. Lennon heads back to the service line here to serve. Serve is good. Splits a couple defenders. Gets a couple touches before heading out of bounds. Another good serve. Passes up. Second pass is way out of bounds. Uncontrolled passes on the other side there. Make it pretty tough to get back over in 3. Really good consistent serving though. That one goes inbounds. On a roll here, up by 5 now. Nice high deep serve, passes up into the net, and no one is there on the third touch. Rebels now up by 6 after being tied at 9 apiece, have built themselves a bit of a buffer here, 15-9. That one goes long. Falcons let it fly out the back, and that's going to be point for Eyebrow. 10-15 now. Rebels up by 5. Back on serve receive. Francois takes the first touch. Over to the center, but not there. Short serve into the net. 11-16 now. Cash back to serve. Ooh, just gets a bit too much finger on that. That one goes short into the net as well, so a couple quick exchanges on serve faults. Going to bring number 9, Ryder Wall, back to serve. Serve is in. Second pass from Eyebrow, not up enough for a third pass over the net. Sitting on 18-12. Ooh, great serve. Comes in shallow. Falcons get one touch on that, but nowhere near good enough of a pass to do anything with. That one comes back quick and one. Good heads-up play there from Cash to get back. Eyebrow gets a couple passes off there, but not good enough. Serve is short into the net. Serve is high, and that one's going to go out of bounds is the call here on the sideline. Rebels take the point, and that's going to bring Brody back to serve here, 21. Looking for 4 more points here to close out round robin play and head to the final. Good serve there from Brody. Comes back in one. Brody takes first touch. Frankie's going to take the second one. There's a bit of traffic there between the setters. Passes over in 2. Falcons send that one into the net. 23 points, 2 more to go here. Francois back to serve. Serve is short. And that serve is also short. Now we're sitting 24-15. Donovan back here to get that 25th point here, set 2. Serve is good. Deflects off that back row defender, out of bounds, and that's going to do it for set number 2 and do it for the game against Eyebrow. Rebels close this one out 25-15, stamping their ticket to the final. So we're going to see a 2-game break here, I believe. Might be 1 or 2. I think it's just a 1-game. No, it must be 2-game break. All right, we'll be back at 5 o'clock. I'm going to go check the schedule real quick here. Yeah. All right, it's just a one-game break here. The semifinal is scheduled to start at 4. I imagine they'll start that early. So if they do, that means we may play closer to 4 or 4:30, depending on how that matchup goes. So we'll try and keep you posted on what it's looking like for start time. But I do see Craig taking the court here, so I think they're just going to forge ahead. and play the semifinal right now, which is going to be Craik versus Avonlea. So that being said, I would anticipate a start time closer to 4 p.m. for the final. Hopefully you can tune in.